Kunal, another listless day, morning firstly.
Yeah, listless, but I think today will be a decisive trend on the downside, which we may
Oh,
break. So 25,500 was a support since the last couple of days. Yesterday also we managed to see a bounce back from that level. But I think today is the day where I would believe that we may finally break that critical support on the short term. And I would sense that this could be a start of a minor downtrend further for the indices, because for the first time you're seeing the global markets more or less aligning with the corrective phase. So not just the US markets, but even many of the Asian indices, they're also going through a phase of a decent retracement. Nikkei, for example, has retraced from 52,000 plus mark to now 49,500, 600 odd levels. And similar is the case with the likes of Hang Seng, Shanghai, etc. So I think on the back of this, I would expect that our markets would also slowly and gradually start to trend or maybe drag a little bit more lower.
Kunal, yesterday we saw IT, Nifty IT was up yesterday. And it's pretty much sinking in with the fact that there is some correction happening across the globe with respect to AI stocks or AI invested stocks there. Do you think that money is now going to come into some of the IT companies, which is like Infosys, Wipro, and in fact, Infosys has already announced its record date for its buyback, 18,000 crores buyback.
So, the data for the IT stock so far is not very encouraging, because there are two types of data which you look out for: either delivery-based data, which tells us that, whether there's been delivery-based buying into the IT stocks. That's not encouraging at all for the IT numbers, because, the numbers are very, very flat when you try and compare this with month on month or with the previous, last 3 months on an average for these IT numbers or for these IT stocks. And even on the F&O side, there is no synchronized addition of open interest which we see into these IT stocks. Price wise also, you don't see these stocks providing any follow through up move. So yes, one of days these stocks could give you decent returns, but then on the other day or in the next couple of days, you see the returns fading out for these names. Yesterday also, I think we had a similar stance for Infosys. I think if I'm not wrong, the stock at the end of the day closed at the low point of the day, as compared to the likes of Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech, which were decent enough, or Wipro, which showed a good recovery. So that's the concern for these IT stocks. For a sector to evolve, you need a leader, and then from those leaders, you need others to start following up. Right now, we don't even have the leader for the IT stocks, which can probably take charge and show that this is a bottom which has been formed for the IT names.
We've seen that in banking with SBI leading it.
Exactly. We saw that with PSU banking names. We saw that with a larger proportion with the realty, real estate stocks. Prestige and Godrej Properties moved up, and then you saw the likes of Sobar, DLF slowly and steadily, gradually moving up their bases. But then that's not the case with the IT stocks so far.
So Kunal, amid a market like this, are you positive on some spaces, or is now a good time to place a short bet?
No, I think it's a good time to start initiating shorts over here. So if you ask me from the picks perspective, I would look at two sell calls over here. The first one is the sell on IRCTC, and for the first time, I think the stock is showing signs of weakness. There is a triangular pattern breakdown for IRCTC on the daily chart, so would look out for targets in the range of 690, and stop loss could be kept at 715. And from the pharma pack, apparently Lupin is the stock which has been showing some very high beta movements over the last few days. The stock has broken below the 2000 critical support on the short term basis. Yesterday also the stock was down 1.5 to 2%. So expecting the stock to drag a little bit further from current levels. 1920 as a target for Lupin, and stop loss at 1972.
Quite interesting. Just to think of it, just a week back, we were waiting for the all-time high, and now we're talking about shorting this market.